Hello. I love the city. I, I love downtown. The lights, the business, the energy. The miracles that happen. You never know who you may meet, from what country. They could be Harvard Square in Cambridge, Mass, by Harvard University, walking past people at every country that has aristocracy at least one time or the another. Those kids are going to be walking through Harvard Square. You just don't know what there is. It's hard when you're a creative mind, isn't it? Coupled with some disappointments and some discouragements that have made you very vulnerable. Vulnerability puts people on drugs. You've got to be cautious of what you find when you're in the city. A lot of folks are, conscious of the homeless population, doing what they can to help people in need. But they themselves, the giver, have needs that aren't being met. So what they do is, out of love and engagement, they go to looking at how the streets may reciprocate. Bar hopping, cruising, shopping, whatever it may be. And folks don't want to be rejected after they've given and done nice things for people, regardless of their stories and who they are and what can be had. Folks want to be accepted, and it's a system of approval, cutting people off. It's about the haves and have-nots. You can give. And sometimes you may be in need and nobody's there to watch your back. Jesus Christ had some things to say about that. In Mark chapter 4, verse 26, and I'm going to go into verses 32. He talks about first the growing of seeds, and then he goes into the parable of the mustard seed. And Jesus Christ said, "The kingdom of God is as if a man should scatter seed on the ground, and should sleep by night and rise by day, and the seed should sprout and grow. He himself does not know how. For the earth yields crops by itself, first the blade, then the head, after that the full grain in the head. But when the grain ripens, immediately he puts in the sickle, because the harvest has come." The parable of the mustard seed. Jesus Christ then said, "To what shall be likened the kingdom of God? Or with what parable shall we picture it? It is like a mustard seed, which when it is sown on the ground is smaller than all the seeds on earth. But when it is sown, it grows up and becomes greater than all herbs, and shoots out large branches so that the birds of the air may nest under its shade. You never know that when you plant some seeds and they grow, you invest in people and opportunities, that you could create a leader in somebody. Another person that's going to replicate what you have just done as a giver to the needy. Have you ever gotten seeds from the store, like the little packets of seeds, that is, you get them on eBay or whatever, and you plant them in a pot and you water them, and about 70% grow, but the rest doesn't? It's like that. There's going to be seeds that just will not grow. And if you keep watering them and watering them, you're going to drown out some of the seeds that are actually sprouting. And if you keep watering and watering the dead seeds, there's not going to be any growth. You're wasting your time. It's similar to looking into the streets for your hopes and dreams to be fulfilled. Trying to find the right homeless person or needy family that needs your assistance. And yet there's nothing really as payback. Just takes you more to the bottom of the social heap. Even if there is no ego competitiveness and you're doing it out of great heart, you haven't used discernment. This can go from national and local values in how you provide political participation. The vulnerable, the least, living at the margins of society. You fret being great because you've been giving your affections to help folks in the temporal and transitory and fleeting world to sustain themselves. Like the adage goes, you can lead a horse to the trough or someone to the pond, but you can't force them to drink. Or you can give somebody fish, but you haven't taught them how to fish. In the gentleness of your wisdom, don't have bitter envy and selfish ambition because you're getting certain things not reaching a fruition that you would want in your humane life sustainability. Move past the greatness that you are, or that you're going to begin to leave for people, and just focus on the welcoming and the lessons that you get to teach people. Try your own heart and your mind. Spy upon yourself and look at who you're giving to and how you're giving and why you're giving. And find out if you're creating damage for yourself in the hope to rescue other people. A transsexual once said to me from AA, "Tyler, get off of the cross. We need wood for the fire." See, I know that some people are not going to get what they want. And maybe you have the same inclination as well. And if you don't help them, they could be steered toward murder. 3 things I'd like to leave you with in this process of helping people in a system of rejection and an approval system of the haves and have-nots, and just enabling people to live in a world of idolatry and not having any type of spiritual basis, or you not even saving souls because you're just working off of a materialistic culture. It's really not going anywhere. 1, don't fear being sad about people. Just get over it. Number 2, accept that there is pain in the world that you probably are not going to be able to resolve, no matter how great you are. And number 3, people are possessed. And they're out to cheat you and burn you and jerk you around and walk you to the streets. Don't look at the streets of lower people to reciprocate, to help you, because you have a pure heart or a pure motive. Let retribution be served to yourself. Give yourself what you deserve. And that is the freedom from all of those attachments. I know that in your higher self, you're going to be able to grow a beautiful crop. Just focus on the right seeds as you plow the soil.